Hi, I'm Jill White, and I am currently a student at Boise State University in the Master of Educational Technologies program, and this is the video I have created for the YouTube for Educators class. And I'm just going to give you some basics on the Smart Notebook 10, the toolbar. So here's your basic toolbar in Smart Notebook 10. This does not have everything on it, but we will go over everything that is on this toolbar. We're going to start with your forward and back button. You know how if you want to go backwards or forwards. Next we have add a page. You want to add a blank page. This is the button you use for that. We have open a file. You want to open a file that you've already created in a Smart Notebook. That's where you do it. We have the save button. We have the copy and paste, and the undo and the redo button. These buttons are pretty basic for all of your programs. These buttons are also on your Smart Notebook 10. Okay, we're going to start out with a screen shade, and the screen shade is one of my favorites. You have something on your Smart Notebook, and you want your students to focus in on just one area and not see what you've done below. So you put up your screen shade and you just drop it down slowly as you want them to see items. Maybe you want to show how to work a problem out, or we use it in language. We just look at one sentence at a time. That's your screen shade button. We have the full page button. You click your full page button, and this is the page you get. You notice you do not have your Smart toolbar, your Notebook toolbar at the top. It takes that away. You do not have your programs at the bottom. All you have is just your full page of Smart Notebook 10 on there. Dual page. This is if you want to show more than one page at a time. Working a problem on page 1, there's your example. Page 2 is where you want your students to work the problem but still be able to see example on page 1. This is how you use dual page for that. You would just click the dual page button again to go back to single page. Camera tool. The camera tool can be used to capture an area of a page, which is how I captured the camera on here and most of the items in this video. Or you can capture a whole page, which is how I captured the dual page, the screen shade. I used that to capture a whole page. It can also be used to capture a page within the web. You can use it for a web document as well. It does not have to be just in Smart Notebook. Okay, here's some other Smart tools. The Table Maker, which is pretty basic, just like it within your Word. You click on it, you tell it how many rows you want, how many columns you want, it creates your table. The cursor. You're using a pen or using an eraser or a creative pen, and you want to get back to that pointer. So you can just have your pointer to click on other things. Click your cursor button. That'll always get you back where you have the pointer and you're not writing with a pen all over it. Pens. Click on your pen. This is the drop down you get. These are your choices of pens. These are preset. You can change them. You can go into your Properties tab, which I will show you the Properties tab a little later, and you can change these up. You can change the thickness of your line, the color on all those items, and that's your pens. Now we have the creative pens. My students love these. And now you can see why. They're fun. You can use them as pins. You see there's the different colors. Or you have your stars and your smiley faces and your flowers. Here's some lines I made with them. You can see you can write with most of them, or you can use them as stampers. We use the Table Maker a lot to make graphs, and then we fill in our graphs with the stampers. Usually the heart, not the hearts, the stars, the smiley face, or the flowers is how we fill in our graphs. The eraser. You click the eraser, and this is your drop down. It gives you 3 different sizes of eraser, depending on how much you want to erase. If you just want to erase a small portion, then you don't want that big fat eraser. It'll erase everything for you. So there's your eraser. The line tool. Click on your line tool, and here's your line choices. And you can go in and change these in your Properties tab too to change the colors of those lines, because you can see we have straight line, we have just a plain line, a line with an arrow, dotted lines, all your different line tools. Shapes. Here's your shapes you get. Your shapes come just plain. They're just all with the black border and nothing in the middle. Once we go into that Properties tab, you can create different shapes. I have a yellow triangle, a red circle, or a blue statement And those are just some of the things that you can change and use within your shapes. And the shapes can be any size that you want them to be. Shape recognition. This is awesome. I don't know anybody that can draw a perfect square, perfect triangle, perfect oval. Here's my try at a square rectangle thing. Draw it with a shape recognition tool, and this is what you get. Here's my oval. Here's with a shape recognition tool. You draw a shape, and when you're using that tool, it draws what it thinks you're trying to draw. So no more funny looking ovals or funny looking squares. Use the shape recognition tool. The Magic Pen. Magic Pen has two things. First, you can write on your board with the Magic Pen and the ink slowly fades away. The other thing about the Magic Pen, let's say you have 3 shapes on your board, 4 shapes, and you want to focus in on just one of them. You want to focus in on that green diamond. You take your Magic Pen, draw a circle around your green diamond, and it focuses in just on that one shape. The Fill button. The Fill. You've drawn your shape, and you forgot to change it before you drew it. And you decide, well, I want it to be purple. So you click your Fill button, find your purple, then click again on your shape, and it turns it purple. Text tool. You want to type on your smartboard. Click your text tool. It brings up all, see the different fonts, the different colors, the different sizes. Pick which one you want, and then start typing. And you can preset these also to customize them to what you want them to be. Here's the Properties tab. See all the different colors. You click the Properties tab, you pick your color. These are all solid fill. You notice there's gradient, pattern, and image. That's a whole nother video in itself, and we can talk about that later, but you can fill those shapes in with those different fills also. But this is where you change the color of your shapes, the color of your pens, all in this Properties. Pin a page. Pin a page works with, you have page 1, page 2. Well, you've got page 1 and page 2, but you don't want to, you want your student to work the problem. It's time for the next student. You don't want to lose page 1. Pin page 1 there, and now you have page 3. Page 1 stays, page 2 goes away. Page 1 will stay pinned until you unpin it. Clear a page. You've worked on a page, you've done all this typing, you don't want to add another page because you know you don't want this page. You can, in typing, you can erase the typing part. Click clear a page, page gone, blank page. Page sorter. Kind of works like PowerPoint. Brings up all your pages. You can move them around here, add pages in, delete pages out. That's your page sorter tab. Gallery tab. Gallery tab is awesome. Gives you all of these different things that you can use. There's pictures. I want you to look here. I have 5,237 pictures alone in my gallery to use. Here I've clicked on my sampler, math, money, US, and got my money. Pull those over into your smart notebook. I just want to thank you for taking the time to watch my video on the Smartboard tools. Like I said, this is just a small portion of your Smartboard tools and what Smart Notebook 10 can do for you and how you can use it in your classroom. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.